Okay, so this is a ESP LTD Kirk Hammett Signature KH602. It is it's a guitar I bought in Coralville, Iowa. I got it at a pawn shop. I saw it hanging there. It's I paid about $400 for it probably, but it's got some of the features on some of the other guitars that I never had. You know, of course, this is a Metallica guitar, so you got to have one. So on here, I know it's kind of glary because I got the window open, but it's got the skull inlays on here. You know, on the first, third, fifth, seventh, ninth, 12th, and then it goes on up from there. It's a 24 fret guitar. The other guitars that I've had, usually, you know, the regular ones have just 22 frets. So this one has 24, so that way you can go up to the high C. You know, everybody has to go to do that, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it has a Floyd Rose tremolo on it, and this is one of those things that if you have it on the guitar, it is so easy to screw with it and do a bunch of stuff with it, you know, and just ruin your day by wanking on it. And if you want to hear a really good, somebody that really did, you know, that real well, it's either Eddie Van Halen or Dimebag Darrell for Pantera. If you look at one of the songs, Domination, by Pantera, he just goes absolutely crazy with it, and you know, you can do cool stuff with it. He's got a video on YouTube, and it'll show you how to do it, and it's amazing. I can't do it, of course, because it's like I just can't figure it out. I just don't know. Anyway, it has EMG pickups on it. I think this one's an 81 and this one's an 83. But this guitar has, one of the things that's special about it is it has, when you plug it in, if you look right back here, there's a battery box. You put your battery in there, and it has a preamp, so it sends a preamp signal to your amplifier, so that way it's that much louder. And it's amazing. It has 2 volume controls, so you have to be really careful. Do not take this and don't plug headphones into an amplifier and play this guitar, because it'll take your head clean off. I'm not joking. I did that, and I didn't have the volume turned down, and I couldn't hear it for about 3 hours, so don't do that. What else? It's got a satin black finish on it. It's really hard to keep clean. You have to wipe it down, all that type of stuff. Don't use regular household cleaners. Use like a guitar polish on it. The Floyd Rose, one of the things about this, it's a floating tremolo, so it floats. You can go backwards and forwards and do all kinds of cool stuff. But when you change the strings on it, there's a YouTube video on it. Of course, everything's on YouTube. You know, it'll show you how to do it, because you have these are individual tuners right here. These are tuners in the back, and you've got a locking nut on the front. So you have to undo these, and you have to change these one string at a time. Don't just go through and take all the strings off, because the tension on the back here will keep it really close to being in tune, because if you don't, it's going to be hell, dude. It's going to be bad. When I walked into the store in Rochester, when I was first looking at guitars to buy my first one, I asked him about the Floyd Rose, and he said it was the spawn of the devil. It took me a little while to figure it out. You have to stretch the strings, and you have to do certain things with it. But once you get it in tune, and once you get it rolling and set up the right way, it's really cool. This guitar has, on the fret wires, somebody dressed them a certain way, and I don't know why. Whether it's for ease of playability or whatever. But if you look, you probably can't see it, they're flat. They had them dressed flat. They ground them down a little bit so that way you could play a little bit easier. And it only starts here, and then it goes up, and it comes back down. So whether somebody was playing scales or whatever, they dressed them that way. I thought about having them changed. It was going to cost me $700 to have it changed. The guitar was only worth about $1,000, so I said forget it. So it works. The guitar's name is Bo. When I bought this thing, it's like, it was just hanging there, and I said, I've got to have the guitar. It's a Kirk Hammett guitar, so I bought it. And then they brought out the case and it had a Raider emblem on it. And I just about died because I figured it was destiny to get the guitar. So I named this guitar Bo because, if you don't know Bo Jackson, you don't know. So look up Bo Jackson if you don't know who the hell that is. This has a reverse headstock on it. Usually most guitars have their headstock to go the other direction, that point down. This one points up. Yeah, it's a cool little feature on it. It makes it look a little bit more wicked. But yeah. What else? This is pretty much a lead guitar. He plays rhythm. Kurt plays rhythm and stuff. You can do palm muting stuff. Things like that. I haven't. I'm playing through the little amplifier because if I play through the big one, the cops will show up. We don't want that to happen. Okay, so it's got a tone control on the back. Back here is the tone control. What else? I did have a Eddie Van Halen D-Tuna thing on here, so you can drop it to D. I took it off and made it sound funny, and I don't think I put it on right. It's in the case, But it's $50 to put that thing on there, and it's just it was such a hassle. I just said forget it. So I took it off and redid it. But when you change the strings on this, make sure that you do it, like I said, one string at a time, or else your life's going to be miserable. Anyway, it's a cool guitar. It's got it's all the way through. The neck's all the way through. It's not a bolt-on neck. I still got the plastic and stuff on it from the other guy, the person that owned it. I got pretty lucky on this one. So anyway, that's about it, I think, on this one. It's a cool guitar. It's it's one of those things that if I didn't have a guitar, I don't know what I'd do. It's. Anyway, I'm on vacation, so that's it. Have a glorious day. We'll talk to you.